Halloween night always held a special charm for me. The eerie beauty, the costumes, and the age-old tradition of trick-or-treating. That particular Halloween, I was babysitting for my mom's friend, Mrs. Patterson, while she was away on vacation. The Pattersons lived in an old but lovely house on the outskirts of town, making it a perfect setting for a horror movie night. Once the baby was safely tucked into bed, I settled down on their plush couch in the living room, pulling a blanket around me. I started a classic slasher film, the dim-lit light from the TV casting dancing shadows on the walls. The movie had just reached its tense climax when the doorbell rang. Startled, I paused the movie and went to answer. To my delight, 3 children stood on the porch dressed in adorable costumes: a tiny witch, a mini astronaut, and a little werewolf. I smiled, handing them candy and watching them skip away into the night. Back on the couch, I resumed my film. The atmosphere was perfect. The wind howled outside, and every now and then a distant owl would hoot. Just as the protagonist was about to make a significant discovery, the doorbell rang again. Expecting another group of enthusiastic trick-or-treaters, I opened the door. But this time, it wasn't children. Standing there was a man dressed as a clown, but not just any clown. His costume was nightmarishly grotesque, makeup smeared in a distorted grin, eyes hollowed out, giving him a dead, vacant look. My heart raced, and an icy chill ran down my spine. Can I help you?" I stammered. He just stared, not moving, not speaking. Growing increasingly uncomfortable, I managed to utter, "Happy Halloween," before shutting the door and quickly locking it. I tried to shake off the creepy encounter and focus on the movie, but every creak of the house made me jump. The weight of being alone in the vast space pressed down on me. Suddenly, a loud crash from the kitchen shattered the silence. Panic surged through me. He was inside. I grabbed the nearest thing to me, a glass vase, and cautiously approached the kitchen, praying that it was just my imagination. But it wasn't. The clown stood there, holding a gleaming knife, his twisted grin seeming wider and more malevolent than before. Without thinking, I hurled the vase at him, and as it shattered against his head, I dashed upwards to where the baby was sleeping. Frantically, I barricaded the door with furniture and called the police. Minutes felt like hours, but soon, sirens wailed in the distance. The clown, realizing the imminent threat, fled. When the police arrived, they searched the area but found no trace of the creepy intruder. I recounted the events, still trembling from the terror. They promised to keep an eye out, but the man was never found. Though life gradually returned to normal, the horrifying memories of that Halloween night always lingered. Every time I babysit, every time I hear a doorbell or see a clown, my heart races, and I look over my shoulder, haunted by the face that still lurks out there somewhere.